It's annoying, but it's a bot, and it cannot go on any longer. Hang it up, flat screen. I would have dragged you regardless. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about Travis Scott and Astroworld and everyone's thoughts and all of that. I've kind of been like sitting back before I came on like my public platform and talked about everything that was going on because I don't really feel like it's not drama, it's not tea, it's not a time to just be rushing just to, you know, get people to like watch your video like because people are dead. It's just not that. So I've kind of been sitting back and like gathering my thoughts because I just don't want to be a reactionary type of person and just, especially when it's about people's lives, like all of that. So I just wanted to like come together and like really get my thoughts together on everything that happened before I came over here. Obviously, I consider myself a good person. So obviously, I agree with what most people are saying about the whole Astroworld thing about Travis Scott. Just random side note, I've never liked Travis Scott. Ever since Rihanna came on the scene with Travis Scott, I didn't know who Travis Scott was before he started dating Rihanna back in the day. What was that, like 2015, 2016? I did not even know who Travis Scott was before Rihanna introduced him. That don't mean Travis Scott was not around. I've never understood it. I've never understood it. The songs he did on Anti, I don't like Woo. Like, I've never, it's just never been for me. It's never been for me. And then Travis Scott as the person that we see through social media has also not been something I feel like that should be praised. I've always said Travis Scott participates in weird behaviors. His thoughts on a lot of topics aren't good thoughts. And then all the things that I have heard, like stealing Victoria Monet's music and all of these things, it's just never been good. It's just never been good with me and Travis Scott. But the thing I always found most bizarre about the Travis Scott persona has always been the stage persona. Has always been the stage persona. Every time you hear something about a Travis Scott concert, it is always the most outlandish things possible. The videos that come out of Travis Scott concerts have always been really weird. Now, is that like hindsight being 2020? I don't know. I can't go back in time and make a video about Travis Scott so you can know what my thoughts were before Astroworld. So it could be hindsight being 2020 and me saying, you know, Travis Scott concerts were always a bit too much. But I've always honestly believed, I've always thought Travis Scott concerts were a bit too much. And I kind of want to start there because the victim blaming is really bizarre to me. I stan people. I stan Frank Ocean. I stan Beyonce. I know what it feels to be a stan. I know what it feels to like an artist and want to defend an artist, but no artist of mine has like killed someone, has been responsible for the death of someone that I know. Therefore, I find it really bizarre that you can't put your stan card down for just a couple of seconds to just be like, wow. At a concert that an artist of like my favorite artist was putting on, someone died. Here's the thing. Oftentimes, I feel like people, when you come for their favorite artist, they feel like you're coming for them as if they're responsible for the behavior of their artist. We understand that you like Travis Scott's music. When we're talking about Travis Scott and Travis Scott's behavior and the things that he allows at his concert, it's not it doesn't say anything against you. Like, you don't have to be blind into everything that he's done because you want to defend him because you like his music. You can like his music and acknowledge this was a bad thing. But sometimes I feel like people move in an all or nothing way. Either we have to praise your favorite artist all of the time, or you're a bad person for liking that artist. And really, you can allow your favorite artist to be like, you know, that wasn't good, but I do like their music. You know, we can allow for that, you know. And so when people are on the internet like defending Travis Scott, I'm like, you're not a part of his lawyer team. Like, he didn't hire you. He did not hire you. He did not pay you $1 to do this. So what are you doing it for? And I get it. I've been a stan. You can't say nothing negative about Beyonce around me. I'd be ready to fight. But people are dead. Like that's honestly the difference. It's honestly the difference. So it's like, you don't need to defend this man. And so it's back to what I was talking about. The victim blaming people who were just in the right place at the wrong time. Like, that is very bizarre to me. I've heard so many stories. Like, even the people who are saying, why would you bring like little kids to Astroworld? And fair enough. On another day and another time, we can talk about people's parenting skill, because I always got something to say about that. But at the end of the day, even if a little child does go to a festival, they too should not have their life in danger. Like, we have to talk about the ways in which these systems and these establishments are failing people. Like, yes, even if I make piss poor decisions, because we all make bad decisions, right? We all make bad decisions, right? But there is a duty to the people who you pay money to, the people who govern over you, the people who do these things, to say, but we're still going to look out for you. People put things in place so that even when you make bad decisions, there's something there to catch you when you fall. So yes, a parent made a horrible decision by letting their child go to a festival. But at the end of the day, if I do make that horrible decision, I should be allowed to grow from that. I should have a next time with my child. There should be next times with your child to where you would make a better decision. And that is what the people who, like, a lot of people almost didn't get next time, or didn't get a next time with their child. You know what I'm saying? Like, because their child died. Like, I hope that doesn't sound, I don't want to sit up here and be like, I'm defending people sending their kids to Astroworld. But even if you sent your kid to Astroworld, they still should come back home alive to you. And that's the capitalism speaking in y'all. A lot of people feel like no one is responsible for other people's well-being. And that is the most bizarre thing. I feel like a lot of people in this generation, y'all know how the people be, are like really about, like, saying no one is responsible for you. You need to make all the right choices all the time. Never make a mistake. Never do anything bad, because everything bad that happens to you is your fault. You're homeless is your fault. You're poor is your fault. You're this is your fault. You lose your job is your fault. You lose your house. It's always your fault. Your fault. As if there's not a whole government. A whole government of people who get paid too much goddamn money of your money to, like, make sure these things don't happen to you. So we're going to act like a lot of things didn't have to not be done for this to even happen. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can get on what people should be doing and the parents that people should be, you know, at another time. But at the end of the day, there are just simple things that should not happen. And when you go to buy a ticket, I don't care if you're 1 or 80 or 90 or 100, you shouldn't die. You should not die. That is what I'm trying to say. So no, I'm not condoning sending your child to Astroworld. That's ridiculous. You should not send a little kid to a festival, because they can get crazy. But the fact that I know that festivals can get crazy, I know the people who run them should know that things should get crazy, and we should be doing things about this. Before I get into Travis Scott raggedy ass, we have to discuss the ways in which Travis Scott is not the first festival to go astray, and probably won't be the last. You get what I'm saying? Like, festivals are so dangerous. Festivals are so damn, I already say, I'm in my 20s and I say I'm too old. I'm too old to be at a festival. I don't have the running, I don't have the knees or the ankles to be trying to run away from nothing. I don't have the stamina to be out there in the heat. I don't have it. I don't. And I'm in my 20s. You get what I'm saying? And it's because they are so damn dangerous. If you have been to a festival, first of all, to get food, you can be in the line for hours to get food. What if you need food? What if you need food to be able to stay awake? You get what I'm saying? Water, standing on water lines for so long to get water. Water is not accessible. Bathrooms are not accessible. Clean places to just sit down. Like, all types of things are just not done. And this is not just an Astroworld problem. This is an every festival problem. And they've had so much time to do better. But I feel like because the people who put on these festivals are so cheap and capitalistic, they've almost embraced the culture of festivals being nasty and anything can happen. So it allows for them to keep making them cheap, keep lacking resources, and all of these things. There's just not enough resources for these things to happen. So if you're not willing to put the money in so that the people who are at this festival can be as comfortable as possible, with reason, of course, as comfortable as possible so things like this don't happen. So heat exhaustion. Oh, how many times have we heard people passing out of heat exhaustion and people just charge it to, oh, that's just the game. That's just the game. You shouldn't be out of that festival. But when do we hold the people who put these things on accountable? When do we do this? When do we stop telling people they are responsible for their own demise? When do we say, you know what? No, it is the people who put these things together's job to make sure that at the very least, everyone leaves the gates. Everyone leaves the gates with their life. At the end of the day, can we just say the bare minimum? The bare minimum. So no, I will not allow any victim blaming. I don't care. Oh, who was sending you get that conversation is for another time. At the end of the day, someone, like, people's relatives, people's family got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Apart from the 9 confirmed lives that have been lost, other people have trauma now. Other people have injuries now. Like, it's just so many people were hurt and traumatized just trying to have a little fun. Just trying to have a little fun. And that brings me to the next thing of victim blaming. People saying little kids shouldn't be at Travis Scott concert. I know so many little kids, cousins, family members who know who Travis Scott is and who would love to go to a Travis Scott concert, because Travis Scott, like many people have said, the Fortnite deal, he's branded to little kids. Like, we gonna act like, so come on, don't sit here and be over here and be nasty, like, we can acknowledge, like, some parenting, there were some failures there, but no one deserved to be hurt. To have their kid hurt? You make one poor parenting decision, which is send your child to a concert, and they deserve to be hurt. Like, they don't make you can't be that nasty to say someone's kid deserves to be hurt. Come on, it's nasty. So the victim blaming just don't fly with me. Like, it is the people who put this on, and this is just the climax of something that was already bubbling up. Like, festivals have been shitty for a while. Like, there's a reason why people who old heads like me, who we in our 20s calling ourselves old heads, because we don't have the stamina to do that. I would love to go see Frank Ocean at Coachella, not next year, but the year after, child. But it's like, what king you gonna sit up there? What king you gonna be out there in that heat all damn day waiting for him to come out at night? It's just not realistic. It's just not realistic, because it's just no... I'll pass out there. I would. Honest to God, would, because it's just not. The next thing, this is kind of on par with the victim blaming, but we're going to end into Travis Scott himself. The Travis Scott brand is a brand of chaos, disruption, and terror. Chaos, disruption, and terror. I wholeheartedly reject anyone who says this is a rap thing. I know several people who go to rap concerts. I've been to festivals where there have been rappers, and there don't be these shenanigans in the crowd. So I refuse to allow y'all to be anti-black as hell and say this is a rap thing. This is a Travis Scott culture thing, and Travis Scott is catching the strays because this was his astroworld. But this could have happened at several other people's concerts, because there is a select few people in the entertainment industry who glorify this type of behavior. When this news broke and they have videos of people jumping on top of things and jumping the gates and everything, jumping the turnstiles and all these things. And a lot of people were tweeting and saying things like, y'all this excited to see Travis Scott? Y'all this excited to see Travis Scott? And I'm like, y'all got the game fucked up. There are some people who are really excited to see Travis Scott, but this jumping the turnstile, this standing on top of things, there's a select few entertainers where it don't matter where they are. They could be in the middle of nowhere and you're going to get this same behavior. And it's not because these people just love this artist down. It is because the performer glorifies this type of behavior. They see this type of behavior and they call it things like raging. And they do they want them to do this. They tell them to do these things. So when you're gonna go to a Travis Scott concert, you're supposed to act this way. This behavior it's condoned. Not only is it condoned, it's glorified. Run the tweets. Run the Travis Scott tweets. It's condoned. It's condoned to do these types of things. So I don't think it's just these people who want to see Travis Scott so bad. I think it's people are going to see Travis Scott, and they know what time it is. When it's Travis Scott time, we're supposed to turn it up. We're supposed to amp it up. We're supposed to rage. We're supposed to tear stuff down. We're supposed to do all of these things. And the problem is Travis Scott doesn't have the wherewithal to understand that when you condone these types of things, people are going to get hurt because it's all about brand. It's all about brand. No one ever thinks the people that goes into this. It's just about building the brand. It's just about building the brand. Because who's to say that other people haven't been hurt at other Travis Scott concerts? You can't say that, because after all this came out, all these articles and all these tweets came out of people saying how people have been hurt at Travis Scott concerts. This was just the worst. So I'm not going to sit up here and say Travis Scott is not responsible, because I do agree Travis Scott ain't the only person responsible. A lot of heads roll. Houston police over there lying talking about needle man putting needles in people's neck. Who gonna believe that? They gonna say it was a bad tip. Oh, I bet it fucking was. Anyways, and so when people say it's not Travis Scott's responsibility, I'm like, who else is it? Like, who else do you think is telling them to do that? And you are responsible for the behavior of your fans, because this is not a one-time thing. If this was a one-time thing, you could be like, ooh, that crowd was crazy. I ain't never seen this before. But Travis Scott can't roll the tape. He can't roll the tape of a concert of his where everybody was acting civilized. He can't roll the tape. So what's the common denominator? Everybody just out of their monkey ass mind. Everybody at every Travis Scott concert in the world is out of their monkey ass mind. Or are you the common denominator? Are you the common denominator? I think it's you, Travis. When people get to acting up, you the common denominator of it. They acting out because they coming to see you, because you allow for them to act out. You want them to act out. You can delete the tweets all you want, and you can try to scrub it all you want, but you allow for that. And that's how we get to when things are going haywire. You don't even care. The story keeps changing. 1 minute Travis knew. The next minute Travis didn't know. The next minute Travis didn't know till after. Now I think the story that he didn't know till the next day. You keep having to change the story because things just simply aren't adding up. The behavior is not adding up because the videos aren't adding up to what you're saying. It's simply not adding up. Kylie Jenner posting a whole picture of an ambulance in the crowd like it's aesthetic. Like, ooh, look at them. But you're caught, because that is the truth. A lot of people believe people fainting at the concerts, ambulances coming out. It's cute. It's cute. It's aesthetic. They're bending over backwards just to see me. You don't see how that's very, like, let them eat cake. Like, they can do whatever they want because I'm the only thing that's important. Like, it's there. If you see an ambulance in the middle of a crowd that your baby daddy is performing, you think, picture time. Like, what did Kylie Jenner put up an apology and was like, oh my gosh, we didn't know anything. What did you think the ambulance was there for? At the very least, someone's hurt. At the very least, someone is hurt. The ambulance is not there because they love sicko mode. They're there because someone is hurt. Because someone is hurt. What did you think was going on? And we can get into the apologies. What is 9 people's lives worth? 9 people's lives are worth to Travis Scott a black and white Instagram video where he is rubbing his face like he don't want to get caught cheating in class. And he's like, I have so many emotions, even though I'm not showing a single one. It's like, is this what our life is worth? Is this what our life is worth to you? What is it? And then I don't like it how when the Kardashians did put up their statements, and I don't even know why, like, anyway, like why they need, like this, I don't like the Kardashians more than the next, but they don't have to hold this. Like, Kim don't have to hold this. This is not her sword to fall on. Like, this is all Travis, okay? They were like, but Travis loves his fans. I'm thinking about all the victims. But wait a minute, Travis loves his fans so much. It's like, no one is thinking of Travis. No one, like, a lot of people have, like, harped on, like, Travis Scott's career and what's gonna be of Travis Scott's career. And I'm like, child, I don't care. I do not care about what is going to be of Travis Scott's career because, you know, like, people are dead. They won't have any more tomorrows. Like, there are people who went to go to a concert, which is perfectly something a lot of people go do, And they don't get any more tomorrows. And you think I care about Travis Scott being able to form his little tunes across the globe? I do not care. I do not care. There are people with real issues. I don't care about Travis Scott's career. What? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Anyways, is there any more things the lawsuits are coming in? And for the people who are online being like, you're filing a lawsuit and your kid is dead or your relative is dead. Yes. The lawsuit don't make them come back to life. The lawsuit don't do like, yes, I am, because you, like I said, it don't matter if you 1 or 100. You go to a concert, you should not die. You should not die. No. Anyways, no, it's just so avoidable. 9 people no longer with us for something so goddamn avoidable. And not even avoidable for the night, because yes, like when you just see the lead up, like, it happened at a Travis concert, but there's so many other concerts it could have happened at. And it's like, no one cares about the consumer. They just want their money. Like I said, it's all about building a brand. And no one cares about the people that goes into building that brand. The people who are loyal. Like I said, you surprise a 9-year-old at a Travis Scott concert, but like, then why is he marketed towards 9-year-olds? Like, ask yourself, ask the people who failed the kids. Like, why didn't you look into the Travis Scott brand and what he promotes at these concerts and the behavior and be like, maybe that's not what should be on Fortnite, a game played by little kids? Failed. Systems failing people, but y'all be like, it's their fault, their kids shouldn't have. Don't make no sense. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.